Good morning, everyone. Alex here, and today, as you can see, I have City Skylines fired up on my PC. I always like to kind of change things up in my gaming roster, and this is one of those games that is very, very different than the games I normally play, such as Guild Wars, EVE Online, things like that. I've always enjoyed kind of like city simulator type of games, although I've really not gone outside of SimCity because for a long time there was no reason to. SimCity was the game you went to do city simulation games until SimCity's disastrous launch several years ago. Again, SimCity decided to do a reboot and go back to kind of the core. Well, they messed a lot of things up. The online implementation of SimCity was essentially a disaster and really kind of went down in history as one of the worst launches, at least in modern times, for a PC game. Inner City Skylines. The company behind City Skylines made the determination after seeing the launch and how bad it was. They saw a window of opportunity to get into this field that they've been thinking about getting to, but SimCity was just such a colossus that it was very difficult to compete against that. And also EA, they screwed up Maxis with SimCity. So this company here, Paradox, went in, created City Skylines, and it just took off. And it is a very, very good game. So I'm just going to fire it up. I'm going to just fire up a new game here. And you kind of start off in the same way that you do with SimCity or any other kind of games of this genre. So let's take a look. I'm just going to grab one here. Rockfield. Yeah, it's good enough for me. So you fire it up. We're going to do those reticulating splines and all that good stuff. And we'll get this thing going. City Skylines is just one of those games, and these kind of games in general, that are pretty good for relaxing. A lot of games, they're very fast, they're very kinetic, they're a lot of fun, but you can actually get a little worn out playing with them. And especially if you're going through a very busy or difficult time in life, you kind of need a game to de-stress, not to increase your stress. Granted, it's kind of fun stress, but this is one of those, sit back and chill games. Kind of like Netflix and chill. Well, we got City Skylines and chill, basically. And here we go. I like this. It does give a pretty decent tutorial and kind of gets you started off here. And the nice thing is that you can really expand this. Of course, I start with this square here. And as time goes on, you can purchase more squares into the adjacent territory. But it kind of unlocks that as you move along, so you kind of don't overwhelm yourself. Alright, so starting off, I got 70,000 here. And I got some just very basic options starting off. So let's start with some roads. First, you need a road. You need to get a way to get in and a way to get out of your city. Yeah, let's see. Kind of just thinking, let's just head up to the coastline here. Getting a lot of tools to help the road. Just kind of a basic square shape for right now. Do a 90-degree turn. And then I'm going to connect it to an outbound lane. And there we go. So now we got kind of this route into and out of the city that can now connects to the expressway. So now people can actually get in and out. And now just like SimCity, where do we start? Well, we need power. And we got a couple options here. We got coal power, of course, which creates pollution and noise pollution. This is a little something different here. I have not played SimCity in a very, very long time. I played, again, the original SimCity quite a lot, and SimCity 2000 quite a bit, and that was about it. So a lot of these improvements I'm saying here are, hey, this is new to City Skylines. That may not be true. This may have been come out for some of the more recent SimCities. I'm not exactly sure, so I'm just going to say in the context of being a little more unique. to what I've experienced here. Now the thing is where do I drop this thing? You know what? Since I'm going to build out in this direction, I'm going to drop it over here. There we go. So now we got electricity. Now we need water. And let's just go up here. We need to find a nice spot to get some water. Yeah, we'll just put it over here. We'll just keep it away from the electrical power station. Yeah. This is not really going to be a Let's Play video, though I'm kind of starting out with a Let's Play video. It's just a very cool game. So this is one of the nice things, is that this game can, and a lot of games like this can really, just help out with dealing with life, I should say. And this is one of the nice things that this game can do. Now, in cities here, you can see the current of the water, and since I'm going to be dumping all this sludge back into the river here, since I don't have the money to buy any of the treatment plants, and they're just simply not unlocked yet, we're just going to destroy the environment and be cool with that. So, alright, so now I need some power lines. 1, 2, space already occupied. Why is it saying space already occupied? Alright, well, we'll just drop it here then. Just being a noob. Just saying, you know what? We don't need to connect directly to the building, you just need to connect into these blue zones. Alright, and there we go. Okay, well, now we have electricity. We got the water connected. And let's lay some pipes. I'll come out to here. I'll lay a pipe out in that direction. Connected to the kind of exhaust treatment water drain pipe. Okay, good enough. And we'll come to here and there. Yeah, so anyways, just been doing a lot of interesting things rather than focusing on one game, such as Guild Wars. I had mentioned in my kind of channel update that I was doing some game collecting, and holy cow, I looked at some of my games. They are worth something. But the more distressing part is some of the games I've thrown away, or actually one game actually had been damaged, like the disc had got cracked. I don't remember exactly how, but I think the console was playing on, I think, actually broke the disc. But some of those games are like $200-300 now. I'm like, holy cow, why did these get so expensive? I mean, it's good if you own the games, but if you're trying to collect them or you're trying to acquire them, that's not so easy. Let's just lay some residential zones here, or industrial zones. I'm not exactly sure what these can be put in the kind of this two rows type of zones, but yeah, we'll see. Lay some residential or commercial. Keep wanting to say residential. No, residential comes over here. There we go. There we go. And we'll see if something kind of kicks out here. So we got water, we got electricity. And let's see, I can handle taxes. We just got water and electricity. Don't need to worry about that. And there we go. We got our first houses under construction. I kind of like this. I like seeing the scaffolding kind of come up here, and you get to see kind of what's going on. I'm going to drop this road in right now because it's better to get in while this is zoned rather than bulldozing a whole bunch of houses, ideally. Let's see here. Check the water. Just need to do this. There we go. It says they don't have electricity, but maybe I just need to lay a power line here. I'm gonna go from a water center to there to there. Let's see if they get electricity. Yep. Some more residential here. There we go. But yeah, going back to some of the games, let's see. Giga Wing 2 for the Sega Saturn. That was a game I was looking to replace. Alright, won't be too much. I go onto eBay, it's $200. I'm like, what? How did this game suddenly become $200? It's a good game. It's a shoot 'em up, but $200 really? Well, video game collecting is a different animal. It's not on the quality of the game or how much entertainment you're going to get from it. It's all down to rarity. And there's some games that are extremely rare. They're terrible. They're not very fun, but they're worth a lot just from the simple fact that there's not many of them. And people want to play Pokemon with game collecting and they gotta collect them all. And they're willing to pay money for it. Hence, the prices get jacked way up. Especially for Super Nintendo games right now. I've heard they've really gone up. Alright. So we got a little store going on here. Now, the demand is not too high. Again, they're actually pretty low, but now we got all three here. Now we should have even... Yeah, we got the first industrial coming up here. There we go. Not exactly what I'm sure I'm going to do with this center space here, but I think I'm going to put some parks once they get unlocked. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go kind of make a turn with the street here. And as you can see, it's always good to kind of plan out your streets before you zone them, or you're going to be tearing down a lot of buildings, as I'm doing right now. Again, not too exact, but that's okay. Let's see, I'm going to kind of make suburbia hell here and just kind of make a grid pattern. There we go. And that looks like I'm out of cash, actually. Okay. Alright, so we got some more factories going up here. Alright, so now it's all about increasing the population and, more importantly, increasing the tax base. Living in Detroit right now, this is really important. We got to see firsthand what happens if the population goes down and the tax base goes down. Kind of everything goes down at that point. And it's a pretty self-propagating process. Again, it's early in the morning, so if I sound pretty groggy, that's the case here. You got some traffic coming in. None leaving. Again, they come right by. They see my beautiful coal power plant. So they get a nice lung full of coal dust the moment they come in. Yeah, that's a good way to say hi. Yeah, let's do something with a camera here. Very, very cool. And this is kind of when things slow down a little bit here, because once those initial funds are eaten up, there's not a whole lot you can do unless you take a loan. So actually, let's take a loan here. Actually, loans are not even open up yet. So let's see, when do they get opened up? Nope. Okay, when I reach 320 population. Okay. Well, we got people moving in here. Actually, you know, I think they're all zoned. Yeah, they are zoned. Okay. I do need to lay pipes and electricity out for this new section I've built, but don't need to do that yet. This is real cool. You can kind of see the cars and everything. Again, SimCity had done the same things as well, so this is not exactly a new thing, but still very cool to see. So yeah, looking at City Skylines here, it's a lot of fun because you really do build it up and you can see a real result of your progress, and that's really cool, especially with seeing these houses and buildings really start to grow here. Alright, so now I'm at 300. I'll get 320 here in just a minute. I'm actually in the hole now. I'm in debt to the bank, it looks like. Yeah. The nice thing is that when you go to the next milestone, I think you get a decent injection of cash here. So let's see if we can get enough people coming in here. And we still got some residential demand, but we still got some space too, so don't need to build out there. Unlike SimCity, or at least the early SimCities, when you zone, you don't actually have to pay for it. It's just more of an administrative process here. $320, and we should be up to the next level here. Yep, little hamlet. Alright, now I get taxes and loans, which I can use, but I get a nice spot of cash, so we'll go from there. Alright, yep, so I got 20,000 there. Very, very cool. And now I need to get some garbage services. Yeah, I'm gonna actually build out a road here. And I'm actually gonna drop my landfill right there. And that will send the trucks out. I kind of want to put a little more separation here so I don't have a huge concentration of pollution, which will happen just because of the coal power plant and all the industry there. But we can spread it out just a little bit there. And the trucks are on their way. And, you know, I usually go into education, but first we need some, I think we need some police. Oh, this is medical. Yeah, police and fire will open up later. So let's put in a medical center. And you know what? I'm gonna drop it right there. I like this. You can see the roads. You can see how quickly people can get to the clinic and how quickly ambulances can get out to the people, which is, I think, pretty cool. Make sure they have electricity. Yep. Oh, and I need a school, but I don't have money. I don't think there's a demand for educated workers just yet. Yep. Again, just building more houses. Let's take a look at the zones here. Still a little bit more room. Let's lay some pipe down. I'm gonna connect to that section there. Not enough money. Yeah, of course. And let's see, I'm gonna fill out this section and this section. That's the nice thing. When you start out, it's almost always residential that has the highest demand, which is cool. That means people are coming into your city. but we have a lot of services we need to kind of take account for. So now with the landfill and the medical clinic, we got some more services we need to take care of. So we need more population. Okay, what is not enough workers? No, we'll get some more workers. So anyways, this is City Skylines. Very, very cool. And again, just starting out here. Maybe I'll do a little more of a let's play later on if people are interested. But it's a cool game. I really like this game. It's a game I need to play quite a lot more to really just sink my teeth into it, because this is a game you can really sink your teeth into. So anyways, this is just kind of a quick preview video. Just want to get something out this morning. Kind of get people a little more engaged, get back in my channel a bit more. Again, doing this early in the morning, probably not always the best time, just because I'm so bloody groggy, as you can hear probably. And yeah, it's a very cool game, but it's kind of slow here. I mean, even you can hear I'm struggling to like trying to keep an active commentary going here, just because it's it does take quite a bit to get this game up and running. As you get up and running more and more, then it's pretty cool and pretty fast. I'm just going to let's drop that there, just so these poor guys have water. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it here for today. I just kind of hope you enjoy this small little video. Probably City Skylines, not the best video to really do a running commentary on, at least starting out. I should probably just skip over this part, because it as you can see, it does take a while to get this ramped up. So anyways, hope you enjoy it, and I'm going to try and crank out a few more videos in the near future, and we'll see how things go. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.